How are things at Daventry Farm?
It don't look too good, Zoe. I mean, I'll know better when I get these samples back from the lab, but, anyway, I didn't expect to see you up so early.
I didn't sleep very well. I had a blazing row with Maggie last night.
Are you still fighting over Frankie?
Not exactly. Frankie got herself into a spot of trouble in Germany. Maggie just assumed I'd write a cheque to smooth things out for them.
And you turned them down?
Everyone thinks I'm a soft touch, but you've got to draw the line somewhere.
Well, Frankie's not going to be too pleased when she finds out, is she?
We've all got to learn to be responsible for our own actions. Me as much as her. I don't think we're seeing each other again.
You're right.
I think so. I know I've done the right thing.
Do you want to talk about it?
I could make you some breakfast.
I never thought she was your type.
Oh, really? And what do you think my type should be?
I don't know, someone you had a bit more in common with.
More middle class, you mean? Wouldn't that make Mandy a bad choice for you?
Point taken.
Oh, Paddy. I really wanted her. I'm sure we could have lived together. I'm just not sure I could live with what I was turning into. You see, I always criticised Chris for trying to buy love, yet there I was using my money, my position, to try to win Frankie. It's not something I'm proud of.
Yeah, but the difference between you and Chris is that you realised what was happening and you put a stop to it before you got in too deep.
Maybe.
So, I suppose you won't be spending as much time at the haulage yard from now on.
Paddy, I've made mistakes. But I wouldn't have been stupid enough to have invested £500,000 just to get someone into bed. And if Chris and Sean think that's all it was, then they've got a surprise coming. You must be loving this. You always told me I was making a fool of myself with Frankie.
OK, I won't pretend I'm not glad to see the back of her. But I know what she meant to you, and I'm sorry things didn't turn out like you wanted.
Thanks.
Well, it makes a change for me to be trying to help you through a breakup. It's usually the other way around. You've always been the sensible one in the family.
Is that supposed to be a compliment?
Of course. You even tried to keep Dad on the straight and narrow.
Didn't have much success there.
A lot more than you think. You're the one person that he really listened to. Because he knew that you'd always tell him the truth. Not what he wanted to hear.
Maybe.
I know, because I often feel the same way. That's why I was glad when you decided to buy into the company. At least it's brought us close together again.
Chris, we've done nothing but fight since I became a director of Tate Haulage.
We have done nothing but fight since we were kids. It doesn't mean anything. We still love each other.
It's not something you mention very often.
Well, maybe I decided you need to hear it right now.
Thanks. It's good to know you're there for me. When I need you for once.
That's what families are for.
Maybe. But I'm fed up with always being the sensible one, the one that always has to pick up the pieces. I'm glad it works both ways.
You know, Tate Haulage, it's important to me. It's the future. Not just for us, but for Joseph.
I'm not sure I can think that far ahead.
Well, we have to, Zoe. I've been meaning to talk to you about this for a while. Look, Joseph, he's already lost one parent. If I hadn't been dug out of the rubble, I'd have been dead after the plane crash. I need to make plans for him so that if anything ever happens to me, then...
You know I'd look after him.
Well, that's what I was hoping you'd say. But I'd like Laura to draw up some papers, make it official, so no one can question it.
Make the arrangements as soon as you like. I'm flattered, really. I know how much Joseph means to you. And a lot of people would think that my lifestyle wasn't suitable for bringing up a child.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, you're perfect. And he'll still be brought up at Tate. So, like I said, we should always stick to... Whoever this is, I will get rid of them. Hello? You what? No, they can't have... Yeah, well, yes, she's here with me now. It's... Yeah, I'll call you back. That was Sean. They've impounded Frankie's truck in Germany.
Yes, I thought they might.
Well, you could have at least kept her sweet till we had a chance to get it back.
I thought you understood what I was going through. I had to make a stand. Sure, I wasn't going to be railroaded into a one-sided relationship where I was the one doing all the giving.
Oh, don't give me all that emotional claptrap. Have you any idea how much a fully equipped Arctic is worth? Well, there must be something we can do.
I'll start working the problem straight away, but it's not going to be easy.
It is your job to handle these sort of negotiations. Thought that's what we had a legal executive for.
Oh, be fair, Chris. It's always been a bureaucratic nightmare trying to shift goods through Germany.
Yeah, and it hasn't improved much. At best, we're looking at damage limitation.
You're both ignoring one thing. This might have been avoided if it hadn't been for Zoe's love life.
Oh, so much for family loyalty.
Well, I'm sorry. Sometimes lessons have to be paid for.
Are you suggesting I meet any losses out of my personal account?
Well, this could set us back months. We've only just got our cash flow stabilised.
Thanks to the money that Zoe brought in.
Well, I'd expect you to take that attitude, considering she brought you with her.
Well, if we're going to talk about personal liabilities, we really ought to discuss how you got this company into debt by ignoring my advice because of your macho squabbles with Sean.
She's right, Chris. Look, my vote says we let Laura negotiate the best deal she can and then we start with a clean slate. We've got enough trouble as it is without fighting amongst each other.
Thanks, Sean. Looks like you've been outvoted, Chris.
I thought we'd agreed you two would forget family rows and concentrate on what's best for the business. Something wrong?
I ran into this bloke. His daughter's got involved with one of the Dingles and he's worried about the trouble they might get her into while she's stopping with them, which set me to worrying about Ollie again.
Relax. I reckon she'll behave herself for a while after the warnings we've given her.
I don't. I went to meet the school bus. She wasn't on it. They thought she was off sick. Apparently your secretary Zoe rang in this morning.
Secretary?
Zoe didn't ring the school this morning. She had other things on her mind.
I guess that much. But I want to know what Ollie's up to before she gets herself into more trouble.
We better find her. Sorry, I've got to go out for a while.
Of course. You go and sort out your family. Leave us to concentrate on the business.
Hiya, how did it go?
Better than expected. Laura and Sean are really quite supportive.
I didn't think you were going to be at the Holy Yard all day.
Sorry, I just felt responsible for what happened. I thought the least I could do was try and sort it out.
You've got responsibilities here and all, you know.
I guess you've been busy.
Phones ain't stopped.
And I was on call all last night, remember? And this is supposed to be my day off. And I thought that being a partner meant we split the work between us.
That's not fair. You know I'll make the time up.
I know you'll mean to, but there's only 24 hours in a day, Zoe. If you're going to try and run two businesses, you need to work out where your priorities are.